Why did Toshio Okada compare Hiroyuki's debate tactics to Lego? The shocking truth revealed. Okada completely copied Hiroyuki's style, and what he discovered about the secret of his rhetoric will blow your mind. First, Okada conducted an experimental livestream where he thoroughly imitated Hiroyuki's super chat reading style. He wore a hoodie with center-parted hair. Striking the Hiroyuki pose, he fired back rapid answers to every question. What Okada pinpoints is the core of Hiroyuki's rhetorical method. The idea that compulsory education is a citizen's right mirrors Hiroyuki's typical stance. Teachers don't need to be exceptional people. The system should work even with flawed, ordinary people. Brilliant minds like Hiroyuki and Hori should think of ways to improve the status quo. Anyone can just complain. From the three-way discussion between Okada, Hori, and Hiroyuki emerges what they call the heartless theory. Hiroyuki declares that you simply cannot stop people from misunderstanding on their own, getting hurt on their own, and walking away. No matter how close someone is to you, the random impulse to suddenly claim I was betrayed cannot be stopped. That's why, in Hiroyuki's philosophy, there's no need for your heart to be moved or disturbed. Even Takafumi Hori let out a bitter laugh at how dry and detached this view was. Okada analyzes 4 types of heartless men: the Okada type, the Hiroyuki type, the Hori type, and the Miyazaki Hayao type. He even dropped the legendary line that men fall into 3 categories: heartless, worthless, and good for nothing. In this video, Toshio Okada completely dissects the thought process of Hiroyuki, the master of debate. Today, I'm thoroughly reading Hiroyuki's super chats and answering them casually. This is a project where I'm mimicking him. There's this idea that Japanese citizens have the right to free compulsory education. You know, that kind of thinking exists, right? Hiroyuki's stance is kind of similar to mine. Speaking of which, usually, if you want to enjoy something like this, you'd pay 50,000 or 100,000 yen a month at places like Ginza or a snack bar. You'd be paying a high fee, maybe even up to 1,000,000 yen. But I'm doing this for free. If it were a woman from Ginza or a cabaret club, she'd probably become a stalker and likely end up needing mental health support. I've been running the Toshio Okada seminar for over 10 years, and I've been streaming videos, experimenting with different formats. I thought, how about doing a show like this? I've done various experiments. There was a time when it was popular among YouTubers to eat snacks and review them. And I've also done live commentary videos while watching TV with my dad. The video you'll see today is one of those experimental projects. It's the Toshio Okada seminar. What kind of experiment did I do? I tried doing a Hiroyuki-style stream that popular people usually do. But I was answering questions quickly, one after another. The result of trying this out. Well, it's better for you to see it for yourself. And I'll update you on it later. でも、ポンポンポンポンポンが出てるんですよ。やってみた英語は。どうなったかというのは、教えてもらった方がいいでしょうし。ここでアップデートしてお話します。This video is a rebroadcast of Toshio Okada's seminar, episode 412, streamed on September 26, 2021. After the video ends, there will be additional update information, so look forward to it. Now, let's start the free video. Well, here we go. Good evening, everyone. This is Toshio Okada's seminar. Today, we're thoroughly mimicking Hiroyuki's super chat reading and casual responses. We're doing a project on that. While drinking some zero-calorie cola, I might get a bit tipsy. So I might say some silly things, but that's the responsibility of the zero-calorie cola, so please bear with me. Now, Milan-san, 200 yen. Hello. Thank you. This is the first super chat. What should I do? There's no function to only display super chats. So, I just have to keep watching, but my outfit is also Hiroyuki-like. Hiroyuki wears a hoodie and has a center part, so I tried to do a slightly center-parted hairstyle. But I really don't want to dress like this. By the way, I'm wearing a hoodie from the Research Institute in New Mexico, where the protagonist in Breaking Bad worked. So that's the only connection. Yes, my outfit has become a bit Hiroyuki-like. Thank you. My favorite movie was released on DVD quite a while ago and is not well known. I wonder if it has a Blu-ray or streaming version. Sorry about that. My settings are a bit off. Alright, it seems like it might disappear commercially without being released. The DVD quality was poor, or rather, I wish they would do a 4K remaster. If I want to see such works, is there anything I can do personally? What I can do is about 100,000 yen per work. Ah, that's right. If I just say whatever comes to mind, my friend Naoto used to say. Back when no one knew about the anime Charge Man Ken. He kept uploading it to YouTube himself, and as a result, it exploded in popularity and finally got released on Blu-ray. Well, if you're willing to take risks yourself, there are ways to do that. I wonder if it's about 100,000 yen per work. Maybe pay an influential influencer 100,000 yen to promote it as a corporate deal, saying, "This is amazing." Sorry, I can't think of anything better. Ines Giaku asked, who do you want to become the leader of the Liberal Democratic Party? Well, if I say anyone is fine, then anyone is fine. But is it worth paying 250 yen to ask that? I watched the Apple TV series Foundation. I haven't seen it yet. Today. After this, I'm so nervous that I haven't slept for the past couple of days. Kaichi Gamble asked, Hiroyuki is negative about Hori, who doesn't know society. But oh, is that so? So, can we say that a teacher who has been in society for 2 or 3 years is a superior to national education? There's this idea that Japanese citizens have the right to free compulsory education, right? This way of thinking seems similar to Hiroyuki's stance, now that I think about it. Considering that, I believe a teacher doesn't need to be a high-quality person. Koyu kawe wa Hiroyuki no poijite hiru na soyanaba. Sarede kaweru to hasangdrinoramu de arabiyao nai topasu teirun desuna. It's not about having a refined education or an excellent character, but rather that ordinary people with flaws can also be teachers. And I think we should create a system that works well for that. I believe it's okay to have teachers who don't know that kind of society. Thinking of a system that can make that work is something smart people like Hiroyuki and Hori should consider. Talking about the current status quo is something even a fool can do. You guys are getting paid more than others. So I think you should say something a bit smarter. Sorry. Yes. Did you freeze up a bit? Am I okay? I'm good. Good evening, Okada. Wait a moment. I can't see this part anymore. There it is. I'll ask you to answer the questions. Recently, I've been watching movies, and I noticed your name coming up in videos from 10 years ago. I felt, was it really a work that influenced anime fans that much? If I may ask, what was the evaluation back then? Well, I think it's fine not to explain everything to the viewers. Maybe just say it was a work that used popular art during prime time. There were anime before that which didn't need to explain everything to the viewers. But in terms of primetime commercial works, it was quite shocking to see a show that pushed viewers to engage purely on sense. It was a big deal to have that kind of authorial presence. Rather than just influencing anime fans, I think it influenced anime creators. The TV version of Eva is completely a work influenced by youth. Please keep that in mind when it was like that. As for Hiroyuki, Okada-san was wondering what kind of person he is. I was thinking about what kind of person he is. We were talking about whether he's wet or dry. So what does it mean to be wet or dry? How should I put it? Takafumi Hori is extremely dry. We talked about it on the spot. I mean, it's not Takafumi Hori, it's Hiroyuki. I heard Hiroyuki got married recently. When I asked why he got married, Hiroyuki said that for him, getting married doesn't change anything at all. He often says that if you don't know he got married, it's fine. That's right, he got married. Since he lived with his girlfriend for 10 years, he realized that nothing would change after marriage. Just hearing that sounds like a nice story, but later on, the more I heard from Hiroyuki, the more I thought, wow, it was interesting. In response to that, when it came to Takafumi Hori's girlfriend, Hiroyuki suddenly said, well, Hori-san just does it, right? Takafumi Hori looked shocked, but didn't deny it. In the end, Hori's official stance is that he doesn't have a girlfriend. Jeju korie mobinu ga inai toiu no ga gongshur janjide. Next, Hiroyuki's take on Hori is just to do it, right? I think that's pretty impressive. Well, he's heartless. He's interested in new half. While talking about spending a lot of money on new half-adult videos, I'm also talking about how I have a lot of girlfriends. All three of them are just, well, kind of terrible. After it was over, when I asked the staff, there was a whiteboard, and on it, it said the Heartless Trio. It's like they really hit the nail on the head. All three of them are different kinds of heartless. Now, it says how terrible Hiroyuki is, but I think Hiroyuki's terribleness is pretty hard to grasp. From a guy's perspective, it might not seem that bad. I don't really know, but I thought that kind of lifestyle is really awful. And speaking of the dry-wet topic, Horiman is definitely the driest, with a strategy of not having a girlfriend. I'll explain that a bit later, but that's pretty dry. For me, I was asked about Hiroyuki by Okada. Okada said, so having one or two girlfriends, breaking up, or going somewhere is no big deal, and just said it casually. I was like, that's not true, it hurts. Well, Okada said that Hiroyuki is wet. Well, Hiroyuki says that not just her, but anyone can do this. They misunderstand and get hurt on their own, then leave. You can't stop that kind of thing. So, no matter how close someone is, or how aligned you think you are, even if you think you know them, suddenly, they might say they feel betrayed, or suddenly, they might say they're bored with you, for reasons unknown. Each person's random feelings inside, and what others around them say. You can't stop their feelings from changing, right? So, even if they drift away, there's no need for us to be affected, and our hearts won't be disturbed, right? Takafumi Hori chuckled, saying, that's not true. Even Hori chuckled. So, I get it, and people are commenting that now. That's right. Some people laugh at this, while others don't understand what it means. And some say they get it, which brings us to the main theme of this talk, the 4 types of heartless people. While discussing this, I also want everyone watching this program, and those on Nico Live, to think about what type of heartless person they are. Well, each of you might think, I was told I'm heartless. But no one intends to be heartless. That's not it. If you all were to become heartless, what type of heartless person would you be? Well, it's a good thing. But would you be the Toshio Okada type of heartless? The Hiroyuki type of heartless? Or the Takafumi Hori type of heartless? I'm going to introduce one more type, but I'm sorry about that. Continuing from last week, we have another appearance. There's also the Miyazaki Hayao type of heartless. I think these 4 types of heartless exist among men. I'm not sure about women, though. So, I'm thinking we'll discuss this while doing a judgment test. So yes, what kind of heartless is Miyazaki Hayao? I've been told by women that I'm heartless and not good at parenting. Heartless and not good at parenting. I guess for men, there are probably 3 types: heartless, not good at parenting, and lacking capability. That's a great saying. Let me write that down. Just a moment. For men, there are heartless, not good at parenting, and lacking capability. This is good. This is really good. It sounds like a quote from Harlock. I'm thinking of doing this around next month with a few teachers. It has a nice ring to it. Toshio says he's lacking, but that's just unnecessary concern. It's true, though. I'm completely heartless. As for not good at parenting and lacking capability are similar. The not good at parenting part refers to things like not having a salary or being a ronin, which relates to salary in the Edo period. So, a person who doesn't belong anywhere is called not good at parenting. In other words, not having a salary means you're essentially a ronin, which means you're not serving as a samurai. So, being useless means this is a jiaichu solution. It means you don't have enough income to support others, just feeding yourself. It's not that kind of story. For example, if you're relying on your parents, in that kind of situation, a person who can't support others under their own responsibility is useless. Completely useless. Nice one. That's been commented on this time. A 4th type of completely useless has come up. I'm useless and a loser. It's kind of important, right? All of it hits home. Well, not many people fit all of it, though. It's probably one of those. So, if you think you're heartless, a loser, and useless, then you probably are either useless or a loser. As a result, you get twisted and start to self-deny, thinking you're heartless, or become useless. The reason is, you see, people who are useless or losers can't really be heartless. I think Hiroyuki and Horiman are like that. You need to have some confidence in what you're doing and influence over others to be heartless. Being a loser means you ignore or distance yourself from where you belong. A loser is someone who does that. Being useless has nothing to do with how hard a person works. It's about whether you can support others or not. So, no matter how much you earn, a person who wastes a lot will end up being useless.